If you are a socialist and you care about working people, but you also hate Trump, how do you square the fact that the majority of private sector union members, the very people you exist to help and stand up for, voted for Trump?
From my point of view, what we need is anti-corporate candidates, anti-racist candididates, anti-sexist candidates that put forward not a message of division, but a message of unity based on the 99% opposing our common enemy, which you know, we in social students see as the 1%.
But wait a second. Who did the 1% support in this election? Who did every CEO, the entire tech community, all of finance, all of them were against Trump? And by the way, who's in favor of the mass immigration that you claim to support? It's businesses, because they want cheaper labor. They don't want immigrants to come in to make America more diverse. They want them to come in and work for cheap wages. Do you see the connection at all? And why you're abetting that?
Time to listen up, you silly liberal fruitcakes. I came out here, I wanted to tell some jokes. Let's do some reality checks here. Do you have any idea, sir, how pathetic it must be to be you? These people wanted to come out and have a good time, hear a few jokes, some thoughtful discussion, but your head pops off the pillow in the morning with, oh, how can I be a professional victim today? Let me go in and screw with their act just because, oh my God, your parents didn't tell you that your opinion wasn't worth that much. Look, they're confused. They're confused. You know why? Because I'm not your gender studies professor who has to cater to your trigger warning, microaggression, safe space bullshit.
This is a super long pause. Three things that you guys don't like about Trump. Come on.
He's a racist.
How's he racist? How's he racist? How's he racist? You're accusing him of being racist. This time I didn't even ask.
Sweetheart, listen. If he wants to build a wall, that's racism.
How?
Let's hear it. I'm a Latina and I agree. They should build a wall. This is getting out of control. You know what I say? I say those illegal kids that get to have Medicare, and my daughter-in-law cannot qualify for it. She has to work her ass off.
I'm second generation.
I feel like it.
I'm second generation Mexican. My grandma came here legally. She went through the due process. That's fine. He just doesn't want it legal.
I'm standing right here. That's right. So am I.
You know, I don't want to sound disrespectful, but I do wonder sometimes if you guys all get off in a little club and learn a brand new mantra and then all repeat it mindlessly. The fact is, these kind of things were said about Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan's tax cut, which was developed by Jack Kemp, who Paul Ryan worked for. Ronald Reagan's tax cut raised more people to middle-class status, took more people out of poverty, created more jobs. You know, this is the core thing that liberals don't get. If you want to have jobs, you have to encourage job creators. If you discourage job creators, if you engage in class warfare, if you do what Barack Obama's been doing, you have what we currently have. This is the worst recovery in 75 years. Now, nobody in the media seems to want to come to grips with the fact that the Obama economic policy is a disaster for the poor. Look at the unemployment rate for black teenagers. Look at the unemployment rate for Latino teenagers. At what point do we hold the president accountable for a policy which is crippling the poor in America by crushing the economy under big government?
But I'm going to fix them. But Ed, it's a quaint old thing where if there aren't any guns, nobody gets shot.
And if there isn't any water, no one will drown. Tell you what, you work in the guns and stop the guns.
You're right.
I work in the water so no one drowns anymore.
You're right.
I'll see you at noon. It's impossible!
If there is no water, nobody does drown.
Wow!
You're right!
Then let's ban water
There's no sunshine,
Bridge
nobody gets sunburned.
Get lost, you're weird.
What process is currently afforded an American citizen before they go on that list?
I'm sorry. There's not a process afforded the citizen prior to getting on the list. There is a process should someone feel they are unduly placed on the list.
Yes, there is. And when I say process, I'm actually using half of the term due process, which is a phrase we find in the Constitution, that you cannot deprive people of certain things without due process. So I understand Mr. Good's idea, which is wait until your right has been taken from you and then you can petition the government to get it back. I understand that that's his idea. My question is, can you name another constitutional right that we have that is chilled until you find out it's chilled and then you have to petition the government to get it back? Is that true with the First Amendment?
Sir, there are strict criteria before.
That's not my question, ma'am. That is not my question. My question is, what process is afforded a United States citizen before that person's constitutional right is infringed? Then he's fine with doing it with the Second Amendment. My question is, how about the First? How about we not let them set up a website or a Google account? How about we not let them join the church until they can petition government to get off the list? How about not get a lawyer? How about the Sixth Amendment? How about you can't get a lawyer until you petition the government to get off the list? Or my favorite, how about the Eighth Amendment? We're going to subject you to cruel and unusual punishment until you petition the government to get off the list. Is there another constitutional right that we treat the same way for American citizens that we do the Second Amendment? Can you think of one? Can you think of one?
I don't have an answer for you, sir.
Just like the things he says about women and like the racism.
Like what?
Too many. Yeah.
Are you working with a group? You've got a UAW sign right there?
Donald Trump has accused me of whatever. No, I do not. Yes, I am union. Union is standing.
Or 150 million people. Most women are happier at home. They are pretending that they like working, and they're not making money because they don't stay all night at the office. They don't go the extra mile. They don't work all weekend. You're making a mistake. You would be much happier at home with a husband and children.
Oh, boy. Oh,
I mean, I'm literally
You just said you're single. You don't have a boyfriend. You're what?
That's
you're celibate?
my choice.
Yeah, look, you're miserable. You would be so much happier with kids around you tonight. Imagine coming home, mommy's home.
You know what?